Chapter 11. End with a bang, leave them breathless. A good lecture or seminar is like a good play, movie, or song. It opens by capturing the listener's attention, developing the point by point, and then ending strong. The words you say at the beginning and especially at the end of your talk will be remembered longer than almost any other part of your speech. Some of the greatest speeches in history ended with powerful, moving words that live on in the memory. Here are some suggestions on how to create a strong ending. Number 1. Plan your ending word by word. To ensure that your conclusion is as strong as possible, you must plan it word by word. The best strategy for ending a speech with a bang is to plan your closing before you plan the rest of the speech. The body of your talk is where you present your ideas and make your case for what you want your audience to think, remember, and do after hearing you speak. Number 2, end with a call to action. It's important to tell your audience what you want them to do after hearing you speak. A call to action is the best way to finish your talk with mic and mind. As you approach the conclusion, increase your energy and tempo. Regardless of whether audience members agree with you or are willing to do what you ask, it shall be very clear to them what you are asking. Close with a summary. As you near the end of your talk, you say something like, "Let me briefly restate these main points, blah blah." You then list your key points, one at a time, and repeat them to the audience, showing how each of them is connected to any other point. 3. Close with a story. When you reach the end of your talk, you can say, "Let me tell you a story that illustrates what I have been talking about." You then tell a short story with a moral, and then tell the audience what that moral is. Don't let them find out for themselves. Often you can close with a story that illustrates your key points and then clearly link to the main message you create your speech. Next, make them laugh. You can close with humor. You can tell jokes that get back to your subject and repeat the lessons or main points you made with a story that made everyone laugh. Make it rhyme. You can close with a poem. There are lots of great poems that contain messages that summarize the important points one is trying to make. You can choose a poem that is moving, dramatic, or emotional.
Okay, next. 1. Close with inspirations. You can end a talk with something inspirational as well. People love to be motivated and inspired to be or do something different and better in the future. Remember, everyone in your audience is dealing with problems, difficult, challenge, disappointment, setback, and temporary failures. For these reasons, everyone appreciates a story or poem of encouragement that give them strength and courage. When you tell a story or recite a poem, you must become an actor. You have to slow down and add emotions and drama to your words. Practice all of techniques in this book. Raise your voice on a key line of the poem, and then drop it when you are saying something that is immediate and emotional. Pick up the tempo occasionally as you go through the story or poem, but then slow down on the most memorable part, especially double the number of pauses are normally used in a conversations. Use dramatic pauses before or after a key part. Use sensitive pauses at the end of a line to allow the audience to digest the words and to catch up with you. Smile if the line is funny, and be serious if the line is more thought-provoking and or emotional. When you come to the end of your talk, be sure to bring your voice up the last line. Rather than letting it drop, remember the explanation point at the end. Next, number 2, make it clear that you're done. Words. It should be clear to everyone that you have ended. There shall be no ambiguity or confusions in the mind of your audience. The audience members should know that this the end. Don't use sentence like "well," that's just about covering it up. Here not a great idea. It's not a strong and authoritative ending, and so it will be reduce your credibility and influence. When you have concluded, discipline yourself to stand perfectly still. Select a friendly face in the audience and look strange at the person. If it is appropriate, smile warm at the person to signal that your speech has come to an halt so as not to look nervous when you are in front. Okay, number 3, let them applaud. When you have finished your talk, the audience member will want to applaud. Some people will recognize sooner than others that you have conclude your remarks. In many cases, when you make your concluding comments and stop talking, the audience member will be completely silent. They may be user whether you are finished. They may be processing your final remarks and thinking them over. They may not know what to do until someone else does something in a few seconds, which will often feel like several minutes. People will applaud. First one, then another, and then the entire audience will begin clapping. When someone begins to applaud, look directly at the person, smile, and mouth the words "thank you." Okay, next, number 4, a standing ovations. If you have given a moving talk and really connected with your audience, someone will stand up and applaud. When this happens, encourage the others by looking directly at the clapper and saying, "Thank you." It is not uncommon for a speaker to conclude his or her remarks, stand silently, and have the entire audience sit silently in response. But as the speaker stands there comfortable, waiting for the audience to realize the talk is over. One by one, people begin to applaud and often stand up one by one. If the first row of audience members is close in front of you, step or run forward and shake the person's hand when one of them stand up to applaud. Soon the whole room will standing and applauding, whether you receive a standing ovation or not. If your introducer comes back on to thank you on behalf of the audience, smile and shake his or her hand warmly. If it's approach, give the introducer a hug, thanks. Wave in a friendly way to the audience, and then move aside the introducer the stage. Okay, next, the power of speaking well. Your ability to speak affect daily is in every business or social situations can have an extraordinary effect on your life. It can bring to the attentions of people who can help you and open doors for you. It can get you better jobs and get you promoted faster. Most of all, your ability to give effective presentations, both to small and large group, will increase your own feeling of self-esteem, self-respect, and personal pride. When you know you can influence and persuade others in variety of ways, you will have a tremendous sense of personal power and accomplishment. Okay, next, summary. Your concluding words can have an inordinate impact on your audience. Carefully chosen, your words can cause your audience to think, feel, and act differently than they would have without your influence. Sometimes you can change their life.